Hello students, welcome to Power Tutorials. So today we are going to cover the maths full paper solution of 30 slash I think here I missed. It's a 30 slash 11 slash 1 set which happened yesterday, that is for improvement exam. Okay, so we are going to cover those details along with starting from section A from all the questions till section E, and if possible we'll also cover to try to solve section E as well based upon the time and as per the situation, like how many questions are getting solved within how many minutes. Okay, so first once again welcome you all to my channel, and who are joining new to this channel, so this channel Power Tutorials. In this channel we are going to cover maths and science topics, mainly maths topics, and science also there are few videos. You can also check the live section or else the long video section, there you will find the details related to those. Okay, so as mentioned in the description, we are going to solve set number 30 slash 7 slash 1 set. Okay, so let's start with section A. So section A belongs to one more question. So in this section we will be having 18 MCQs and 2 assessed reason questions. Okay, so we're going to solve those 18 questions as well as the 2 assessed reasons, and then we'll move on to the next section by giving at least a small gap so that you will not get bored by the total questions. Okay, so if you are just a minute. So let me just paste the same in the chart. So hi everyone, 30 slash 7 slash 1 set full solution we are going to target today. Okay, let's start with the first one. If a and b are two positive integers, then HCF and LCM relation with respect to those numbers. So this question is most repeated question. So simple, HCF into LCM of any two positive numbers is always equal to the product of those two numbers. So the answer is C. So first question is straightforward, which is C, where HCF into LCM of those two numbers should be equal to the product of those two numbers. Okay, move to the second question. The rational number between root 2 and root 3 is. So if you notice here, root 2 plus root 3 by 2 is again irrational number. Root 2 minus root 3 by 2 is also irrational. So these two are rational. So what is root 2 value? Root 2 value is almost 1.414 and so on, whereas root 3 value is 1.732 and so on. So what is the closer value, I mean the between value based on these two options? The answer will be okay. Sorry guys, there is some network issue at my area. So if you see the question again, as I mentioned, it is one is 1.414 and so on, whereas root 3 value is 1.732 and so on. So as per the options, we should have at least one rational number between 1.4 and 1.7. So it should be value at least 1.5 or 1.6 kind of thing, but here we have options only 1.3 and 1.8. So if I consider between value, there is no between value as of now as per the options, but the closer value is 1.8. I can check it, but still it is not the right option because there should be an option between 1.4 and 1.7. So somewhere around those values should be the right answer. Okay, but here I can say that second question the options are wrong, because this option, if it is 1.6, then this option is correct. Okay, I don't know why the CBSE board has mistaken for second question. So rational number they have clearly mentioned. So rational number between root 2 and root 3. If they ask for irrational number, then this will be one of the option. But they ask for rational number, so definitely one option should be there between 1.4 and 1.732. So it should be 1.6. I am taking as the option because this option is closer to it. Okay, I will say that answers or options are wrong. So I had taken from one of the website this question paper. Maybe if in your question paper your options are different, then you can have to choose the option between 1.4 and 1.7. Okay, let's move to the next question. If two positive numbers a and b are written x cube y square and b is equal to x y cube, where x and y are the prime numbers, then the LCM of a and b. So the answer is very easy. The LCM should be the product of highest powers of prime factors. So highest power of x is x cube, whereas highest power of y is y cube. So the answer should be x cube y cube, which is C. Okay, next move to the next one. Fourth question. The zeros of the polynomial x square minus x minus 6s. So for this I am using prime factorization method. So as per prime factorization method, I can have to get the factors of minus 6. The factors are 2 into minus 3. I can have to choose it because to get minus x as a value. So x square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6. If I take x as common, I will get x minus 3. Even if I take 2 as common, I will get x minus 3. Hence the zeros of this polynomial are 3 comma minus 2. C is the right answer. Okay, next move to the fifth one. If alpha and beta are the zeros of a polynomial f of x and alpha plus beta minus alpha beta is equal to 0, then the value of p is. What is alpha plus beta? Alpha beta sum of zeros. Sum of zeros is minus p by a. So this is minus of minus 2 by p minus alpha beta is c by a, which is 3p by p is equal to 0. So this becomes 2 by p minus 3 is equal to 0, which implies 2 by p is equal to 3 or p is equal to 2 by 3. Option is B. Let's move to the next one. Sixth one. The pair of equations has one solution, two solutions, infinite, or no solution. So this type of question I already covered in the previous videos. If you had taken, I have explained last 3 days a compartment exam paper which is happening 2025. So I can say that few questions are almost similar, not exact numbers, but yes, the pattern is almost similar till here. Okay, so the same question they asked for I think for parallel lines kind of thing, but the concept I have covered for all three. The concept is a1 by a2, b1 by b2 should be equal to c1 by c2 for infinite or parallel, sorry, for infinite or coincident, whereas a1 by a2 should not be b1 by b2 for intersecting or unique solution, and a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. This is for zero solution or parallel lines. So we have to check it belongs to which criteria. Okay, so for that I will write a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2 first. a1 is 5, a2 is 3, b1 is 50 minus 15 and b2 is minus 9, c1 is 8 and c2 is 24 by 5. So this I can change, a 5 3s, this also 3 5s, 3 3s. So all are 5 by 3. If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, what is the condition? It is first condition, coincident or infinite solutions. So the answer is C. Okay, maybe in some other set they can change the values, but the question will be little similar. In their other set they might ask you for intersecting lines or unique solution kind of thing. Just we have to check it belongs to which criteria. a1 by a2 all three are equal, infinite, coincident. a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, intersecting. a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, not equal to c1 by c2. Those are parallel and zero solution. Okay, let's move to the seventh question. Which of the following sequences are in AP? So if you notice first one, 2, 4, 8, 16, this is not in AP because it is product. not increasing with terms of addition. What about here? 3 plus root 2, 3 plus 2. Yes, this is the right answer. What about here? 1 3. Okay, this is also wrong, and here also it is wrong, because inside roots it is increasing by 3, but we should have the number not inside roots. Okay, 7th is B. 9th question. If in two triangles DF and PQR, angle D is equal to Q, angle R equal to E, then which of the following is not true? This part is important. They are not asking is true, they are asking is not true. Okay, so first I will draw two triangles, D, E, F. The second triangle, but I will not write second directly. I will check D is equal to Q, so I will write D is Q, R is C, so this is R and this is P. Now see the conditions. EF by PR. EF by PR is equal to DF by PQ. DF by PQ. Yes, this is correct, but they are not true. Okay, this is true. DE by PQ. DE by PQ. This should be the right answer. Why? Because DE is bottom side, whereas PQ is here. We cannot have the relation such that it is DE by PQ is present. Okay. So what about here? DE by QR, DE by QR, DF PQ, DF PQ. Yes, this is true. EQ, EF, RP, EF, RP. Okay, DE, QR, DEQ. So if you notice, exactly it is matching. So only option which is not true is B question. Okay. Let's see the next one. The distance of a point from the origin. So distance of 2 points from origin, the formula is easy. It is root of x square plus y square. So simply substitute the x and y values. X is 2, 2 square, and y is minus 2, minus 2 square. So root of 4 plus 4 is root of 8. So this can also be written as root of 4 into 2, which is 2 root. This option is D. Okay. So while whoever watching this video, if you have any doubts or if you want to share any feedback, kindly mention in the live section chat, so that it will be helpful for me or else for others as well who are also finding or seeing this video. Okay. Next, 10th one. P 2 sin 30 by 1 minus sin square 30 is equal to Q 2 sin 30 by 1 plus sin square 30. We need to find P is to Q. So simply first I will cancel out numerator first, because it is common for both sides. So now it will become P by 1 minus sin square 30 is equal to Q by 1 plus sin square 30. So if I write P by Q, now this will become 1 minus sin square 30 by 1 plus sin square 30. So I know what is sin 30. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. So this becomes 1 minus 1 by 4 by 1 plus 1 by 4. 1 minus 1 by 4 is 3 by 4. 1 plus 1 by 4 is 7 by 4. Hence the answer is 3 by 7. Sorry, 1 plus 1 by 4 is 5 by 4. This answer is 3 by 5. So option C is the right answer. Okay, let's move to the 11th question. In a right angle triangle, right angle at B. So this I will write it here. Right angle at A. So this is A. This will be B. This is C. Okay. Cos B is 1 by 4. Cos B is adjacent by hypotenuse. So 1 by 4. So if you notice, this becomes 16 minus 1, which is root 15. Okay, what they are asking? Cot B. Cot B is tan is opposite by adjacent. Cot will be adjacent by opposite side, which is 1 by root 15. B is the right answer. Let's move to 12th one. The length of a shadow on the ground of a pole of height 18 meters when the angle of elevation theta to the sun is set of tan theta provided. So suppose this is the theta they are referring to, elevation, and this is they are saying this by this is 6 by 7, whereas the actual length height is 18 meters. So simply use tan theta. Tan theta is height by shadow. Okay, so tan theta provided how much? 6 by 7. Height how much? 18 meters are provided, and this we need to get the shadow, implies 6 1 6 3s. So the x value is 3 into 7, which is 21 meters. So D is the right answer. Let's move to the next one. 13th question. In the given figure, tangents P and PB to the circle centered at O from an end external point P are perpendicular to each other. Okay, this they are showing perpendicular to each other. Okay, if AB is 5 root 2, AB is this one, which is 5 root 2, then the value of PA is equal to PA is this one. So if you notice here, so tangents we already know that they always subtend 90 degrees at the point of contact of the circle. And here, if three angles of a quadrilateral are 90 degrees, then you can also confirm that the fourth angle is also 90 degrees. Why? Because sum of all angles of a quadrilateral is always 360 degrees. Okay, so these three I know it is 90, but this is given, and these two I know it is tangents 90 degrees, so this also should be 90. So this is 90, and OA is equal to OB. OA is equal to OB. Why? Because they are radii, that is radius of a circle, and AP is equal to PB. Why? Tangents from external point. So here we are talking about external point is P. So if adjacent sides of a quadrilateral are equal and all the angles are 90 degrees, then we can confirm that is nothing but square. So OAPB is equal to square. Okay, so AB is what? AB is the diagonal of the square. So diagonal value is equal to S root 2, that is side into root 2. But this diagonal they have provided how much? 5 root 2. So 5 root 2 is equal to S root 2. Root 2 gets cancelled out. So the side of a square is nothing but 5. So AP is the side of a square. Hence the value of PI is equal to 5, which is 5 centimeters. So I can see this is, I can't say it is direct question, but little conceptual question. So if you understand, you have to remember what is square, what is diagonal, then you can easily solve this question. Okay, I can say till here this question is a bit tricky when compared to all the 12 questions. Okay, let's move to the 14th one. In the given figure, AT is the tangent to a circle centered at O. If angle ABC is 50, ABC is 50, okay, then we need to give it the angle CAT. So if we you already know that we have a circle, and if a chord is there, then we have a center. If we have something like this, then this angle will be exactly equal to 90 degrees. Why? Because this is a straight line. Or else if we have something like this, and okay, so this is, if it is 120, then this will be 60. So exactly it will be half of the angle subtended from the center. Okay, so here we know this is 180, so this is nothing but 90 degrees, 50, and this is 90. So what about here? Angle BAC is equal to 180 degrees minus 50 minus 90, which is equal to 180 minus 140. So angle BAC is equal to 40 degrees. So this angle I got to 40. So this whole angle is 90. So angle CAT is equal to 90 minus 40 degrees, which is 50 degrees is the right answer, which is B. Okay, so this is also conceptual. So 13th and 14th are little conceptual. Okay, so let's move to the 15th question. The sector of a circle with areas mentioned is cut from a circle of radius they have mentioned 6 centimeters, the central angle of the sector. So simply they are saying we have an area of sector is provided, they are asking the angle present of that sector. So what is area form of a sector? Area form of a sector is theta by 360 into pi r square. So this they have provided is equal to 264 by 7. So let us write pi as 22 by 7. So theta by 360 into 22 by 7 into radius is 6 into 6 is equal to 264 by 7. 7 gets cancelled out. 22 ones, 22 ones, 22 twos. So and then these 2 gets cancelled out by 10. So theta is equal to 120 degrees. Let me check again. Theta by 360 into pi is 22 by 7 into r value is 6 into 6 is equal to 264 by 7. 7 gets cancelled out. 22 ones, 22 ones, 22, and then 44. 22 is 44. 6 is 36, and here was 360. So by 10, so theta should be equal to 120 degrees. Okay, since the answer is D, which is 120 degrees. Okay, let's move to the next question. 16th one. A cap is cylinder in shape and surrounded a hemisphere on top. So we have something cylinder, and above it we have hemisphere. Okay. The volume of the cylinder part is equal to that of hemisphere part. Okay, volumes are equal. The ratios of height they are asking. Okay, volumes means cylinder volume is pi r square h, and hemisphere volume is 2 by 3 pi r cube. So here radius will be equal, so hence I will directly cancel r square and pi gets cancelled out. So simply I am getting height of cylinder is equal to 2 by 3 times of radius of hemisphere. They are asking height to the height of the hemisphere. Height of hemisphere is nothing but radius only. Okay, so simply h height of cylinder by height of hemisphere is equal to 2 by 3. So the answer is C. Okay, let's move to the next one. 17th question. The curved surface area of largest right circular cone that can be carved out of a solid cube of h 4 cm. So if something we have a cube like this, then what will be the largest right circular cone will be this one. So simply the height should be equal to the side of cube, which is 4, and the radius will be half of the edge. So radius is 2, r is 2, h is 4. They are asking curved surface area. CSA we are talking about. Curved surface area of cone formula is pi r L. So pi, okay, in the options also pi is pi only, so I will leave it as it is. R is half of h, so which is 2. L value we need to find. So it is something like this. We have this is 2, height is 4. This value becomes 16 plus 4, which is 20 into root 20. But in the options root 20 is not there, so just convert root 20 into 4 into 5. So this 4 will convert it as 2. So 2 into 2 is 4. Pi root 5 should be the answer, or 4 root 5 pi centimeter square. Okay, let's move to the next one. 18th question. If the probability of a player winning the game is 0.21, then the probability of him losing the same game. So it's simple, just 1 minus winning case, 1 minus 0.21, which is 0.7. So this is also a direct question. So to confuse you, they have provided 0.79 percentage, because 0.79 percentage will become 0.0079. Okay, so these two are not equal. 0.79 should be the right answer. Okay, next one. So this is assessment reason questions. Hope you know what are the options. First one, A option will be both are correct and correct explanation. B option will be A is correct, R is correct but not correct explanation. And third option C is A is true, R is false. And last option is A is false and R is true. Okay, we need to check whether it belongs to which criteria. So first one, the difference of the upper limit of the median class and the lower limit of the model class is 20. Okay, we need to first find out what is n value. N value is the total number of frequencies. So it is 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 13 is 22, 22 plus 20 is 42, 42 plus 14, 42, 14, 56, 56 plus 7, 61, 61 plus 4 is 65. So the n value is 65. What about n by 2 value? N by 2 value is 32.5. So for model class, it will be the cumulative frequencies. I'll write it here. So it will be 4, 9, 9 plus 13 is 22, 42, 56, 60, 56 plus 7, 63. Okay, I wrote it wrong. 63 plus 4 is 67. 67 I write it right. 67 is 33.5. Okay. So which value is having 33.5 is this value. So this is median class. What about mode? For mode, the whichever is having the highest frequency is the model class. So highest frequency is also same. So both model class and median class are same value. Model class and median class. So for this table, both are same, which is pointing to this value. Okay, so what they are asking, difference upper limit of median and lower limit of model. So same class, but just a difference of these two. So it is 145 minus 125, which is 20. So A is true. What about R? The median class and model class of group dot are always different. This is false because it can be true as well. The same condition we have just seen here. So the option should be C here, whereas A is true and R is false. Okay, let's see the next one. 20th question. The probability that a number selected at random from numbers 1 to 15 is of multiple of 4 is 1 by 3. Multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12. Only 3 ever you have, and the total is 15. So 3 by 15, 3 by 15 is nothing but 1 by 5. So 1 by 5. Okay. The probability of the number of selected at random from the numbers is multiple of 4, 4, 8 and 12. Only 3 we have. So 3 by total case is 15. So it is 1 by 5, not 1 by 3. So A is false. Okay, two different concepts simultaneously, the probability of getting at least one head. So TT, TH, HT, HH. So at least means these three will be the winning cases, but all cases 3 by 4. So once this is true, if A is false and R is true, the option should be D. Okay, so in our situation we found that only like A and B are not options. Options are C and D, because for the 19th question A is true, R is false, and the 20th question A is false and R is true. Okay, so I'll just add one slide at bottom where I will write all the answers of section A. So if you are feeling it's any option has to be changed, you can mention, so that I also cross check again if any mistake is present from my end. Okay, so section A key I will write it down here for all 20 questions which I just solved. Let me get the answers one by one. A is C, one is C, D, C, C, B. C, D, C, C, B. Let's wait for 6 to 10 options. Okay, for second question I am repeating again. This question we don't have the right option. The closer option I have chosen as D, because 1.8 is closer to that 1.7 value. Okay, that's why I have chosen option D. But still, for second question, as per 30/7/1 set, the options are not correct. Okay, I'll write down for 6 onwards. C, B, B, D, C. Okay, I'll write 2, 2. Sixth is C, B, B. C, B, B. Okay, let's write other values as well. Ninth is D, C. Then 11th B, D, A, B, D, A, and then 14th B, D, A again, B, D, A. Okay, next 4. 17th is A, D, C, D, A, D, C, D. Okay, so in this way all the key I have answered for section A, but still I will repeat one question which I found that options are wrong. Is second question. They are asking rational number between 2 and 3. So this cannot, this is irrational, this is also irrational. What about these two are rational is correct, but between 1.414 and 1.732 we should have a rational value, but we don't have such option. So the closer value I have chosen as 1.8. Why? Because 1.6 should be the right option. Maybe they have misprinted this option. Okay, so for second question options are wrong. So in the key also I'll mention for 30/7/1 set, second question options are wrong. The closest option I have chosen as D. Okay, So let's start with section B questions now. So after section B, we will take a break of 10 minutes or 5 minutes at least. Okay, so let's start section B questions. If alpha and beta are two zeros of a polynomial, find the quadratic equation quadratic polynomial whose zeros are this one. So if you know a quadratic polynomial, how to find the quadratic equation means we have to just use an equation which is x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. Okay, so this becomes x square minus sum of zeros is 1 by 3 alpha plus 1 by 3 beta in plus product of zeros is 1 by 3 alpha into 1 by 3 beta. So if I take common as 1 by 3 here, I will get alpha plus beta by alpha beta plus 1 by 9 alpha beta. Okay, let's continue in the next slide. So 1 x square minus 1 by 3 into alpha plus beta is sum of zeros is minus b by, so which is 15 by 25. Write like this, 15 by 25. What is product of zeros? Product of zeros is 2 by 25, c by a. So 2 by 25 plus 1 by 9 into 1 by product of roots 2 by 25. So this becomes 2 and 25, write it as numerator 2 by 25. Okay, so this 25 gets cancelled out. Now this becomes x square minus 15 by 3 into 2 is 6x plus 25 by 18. So if I cancel it by 3 2's 3 5, so I'll get the final equation as x square minus 3 by 2x plus 25 by 18 is the quadratic polynomial they're asking. Okay, you can also change it by simply multiplying it to 18 because this quadratic polynomial anyway it is equal to 0 only. So this I can get as 18x square minus 27x plus 25 is equal to 0. This is also right answer. Wait, small correction, it is 3 5s are x, so this is x square minus 5 by 2. X square minus 5 by 2x, 18 plus 90 by 2 is 45. So 18x square minus 45x plus 25 is equal to 0 is the equation, or else if you stop it here also, this is also right answer. Okay, let's move to 22nd. So for 22nd we have option, you have to solve either A or B, so we'll solve both now. So based upon your exam scenario, if I am in your position, what I will choose I will explain, because A part x and y the points on side PQ and PR respectively, triangle PQ with the lengths PQ PR they have mentioned respectively they want to prove. So simply using BPT we can get this answer. So A is easy. What about B? What? Epizeme trapezium AB parallel DC and C and the points CAD respectively. PQ parallel DC, PD is 18, BQ is 3.5, CD is QC is 15. They're asking the length of AD. So this is also same. I can say both are also almost at the same level, whereas one is proof and the other is the value they're asking. Okay, so I will choose A part if I knew person, because A is direct. I had to simply use BPT and get the answer. Okay, of triangle PQR. So first I will draw a triangle PQR. What they are saying, x and y the points on the sides PQ and PR. So this is x and this is y. PQ PX is 4, PQX is 4.5, and this is 8 and this is 9. YR is 9. Okay, so what is the ratio now? If I take PX by XQ, what I am getting, it is 4 by 4.5. What about PY by YR? So this value is again 8 by 9, which is also same if we do it, but we'll get 4 by 4.5. So if the ratios are equal, that is Px by Xq is equal to Py by Yr, then using converse of BPT, it's not like BPT, converse of BPT, I can say that xy is parallel to qr. So this point is important. Using converse of BPT will give you half mark, and this will carry, the steps will carry another 1.5 mark. So if you miss this point using converse of BPT, you will lose half mark. Okay, this point is very important because CBSE has clearly stated for each step you will having a marking, so you should not skip any step. Okay, so second one, so we have a trapezium. I have extended this, I'll tell you while solving this question. Okay, so ABCD is a trapezium. We have AB and DC is AB is parallel to DC. P and Q are points on AD and BC, so we have P and Q. PD is 18. PD, okay, this is 18. BQ is 3.5. QC is 15. They're asking AD. They're not asking AP, they're asking AD. Whole length they're asking. Okay, so but still, as per BPT, if the lines is parallel, then I can simply say it is dividing equally. So AP by PD is equal to BQ by QC. So this I can see from Thales theorem or BPT theorem. You can also say BPT. Both are fine, but you have to mention the theorem name. Okay, so as these ratios are equal, I'll get AP by PD is 18, BQ is 3.5 and QC is 15. So 3 6 are 18, 3 5 are 15, 5 1s, 5 0.7. So we'll get the AP value as 4.2. AP is 4.2, but not asking AP, they are asking AD. Therefore AD is equal to, okay, I'll write in next slide. Wait to make congested here. So now AD becomes, AD is equal to AP plus XQ. AP plus PD. AP plus PD. So AP is 4.2 plus 80. So this value will be 22.2. Is it centimeters? Yeah, centimeters. So AD value is at 22.2 centimeters. Okay, let's move to the next question. 23rd question. Find the coordinates of point R which lies on the PQ produced such that PQ is equal to 2QR, where coordinates of point P and Q are respectively. Okay, so for this we have a line like this, P, Q and R. Okay, so saying PR is twice of QR. PR, the entire length, is twice of QR. So then it's an easy understanding that Q is the midpoint of PR. So I'll repeat how I wrote 1:1, because PR means the entire length, is twice of the QR. So if this is 1, then the entire is 2. Then it's a clear indication that Q is the midpoint of PR. Q is midpoint of PR. Okay, if Q is midpoint of PR, so simply using midpoint theorem we'll get the R value, because midpoint is Q. So but the points, let's write it. P is 7, -1 and Q is -3, 4. We need to get R value. So -3 is equal to 7 plus X by 2. What about my Q value? 4 is equal to -1 plus Y by 2. So we'll get the X value as -6 -7. So X value is -13 and the Y value is 8 plus 1, which is 9. Hence the value of R is equal to -13, 9. So R value got it as 13, 9. So CBS has clearly stated that they will not give any straightforward questions like this. So this way they haven't given you the ratio value, but we need to understand from the question what is the ratio value and then solve this question. So 1:2 they have mentioned. So this way Q is the midpoint. So as per the midpoint we need to solve this question. Hence we got the final answer as R is equal to minus 13, 9. Okay. Next 24th question. So what is 24th? We have A or B option, whether you have to solve A or B. So if I know the position, I'll definitely choose B part because it's a direct question. We have cosecant theta value and there is simple asking cot theta plus tan theta. This is much straightforward. Whereas here we need to use tan A. So okay, substitute the tan A here and get the value. So both are almost similar. So we'll do both A and B. So let's solve first A part. Tan A by 1 plus tan square A. Tan A is root 2 minus 1 by 1 plus root 2 minus 1 whole square. So this will get root 2 minus 1 by 1 plus a minus b whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Root 2 square is 2, 1 square is 1 minus 2 root 2. So this I will get root 2 minus 1 by 4 minus 2 root 2. So if you notice here in the denominator we don't have root value, so simply rationalize denominator. So this becomes root 2 minus 1 by 4 minus 2 root 2 into 4 plus 2 root 2 by 4 plus 2 root 2. So this becomes 4 root 2 minus 4 plus 2 root 2 into root 2 will become 4 minus 2 root 2 by 6 a square minus b square. So 4 square is 16 minus 2 root 2 whole square is 8. So 4 gets cancelled out. 4 root 2 minus 2 root 2 is 2 root 2 by 8. So 2 1 4 gets cancelled out. So we'll get the answer as root 2 by 4, which is RHS. Okay, it's a straightforward question. What about second? B, let's solve it. Cosecant A or cosecant theta they have provided as 13 by 12. Cosecant theta is 13 by 12. So I'll do a right angle triangle here. Cosecant, this is theta. Cosecant it is hypotenuse by opposite side. So this is hypotenuse, this is opposite side. This I will get as 5. I'll show you how, because 13 square is 169 minus 144, which is root of 25. Root of 25 value is 5. Okay, what they are asking the question? Cot theta plus tan theta. They are asking cot theta plus tan theta. Cot theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Cot is adjacent, opposite by adjacent by opposite. So which is 5 by 12. Tan is opposite by adjacent, which is 12 by 5. So if I take LCM, I will get 25 plus 144 by 12 5 is 60. So the answer is easy, which is 169 by 60. So you have to get this triangle first. This carries at least half mark. If it is 2 marks question only, right? So yeah, at least half mark will be there for this diagram. You have to get 5 value, I mean the adjacent side value, then the substitution will get half mark and the final answer will get half mark. Okay, so the step marking is clearly mentioned in CBSE. So if you write only 169 by 60, you will get only half mark, because each step will carry another marks. Okay, next 25th question. In the given figure, AB and CD are tangents to a circle centered at O if angle BAC is equal to angle DCA. They are asking us to confirm whether these two angles are equal. If yes, we need to justify. If no, also we need to justify. Okay. So before that, the first point is join AO and OC. I want you guys to join these two lines. Now triangle AOC is an isosceles triangle. As OA is equal to OC or radii. Radii means radius of circle. If the two sides of a triangle are equal, then the opposite angles are equal. So which it is stating that angle OAC is equal to angle OCA. Angle OAC is equal to angle OCA. Opposite to equal lengths. Okay, let angle OAC is equal to angle OCE is equal to x. Let's mark it as x. Then if you notice the tangents properties, angle BAO is equal to angle DCO is equal to 90 degrees. Tangent to center of circle, the angle is always 90 degrees. So now angle BAC will become angle BAO minus angle OAC. So this BAO we already know, which is 90. OAC we are using it as x. Okay, same way angle DCA. Angle DCA is equal to angle DCO minus angle OCA, which is also 90 minus x. Therefore, angle BAC is equal to angle DCA. Okay, so the answer is yes, and this is the justification. Okay, let's move to, okay, before moving to section C, let's take a small break of 10 minutes and we'll come back. So now the time is 2:53 p.m. So we'll start again at 3 p.m. and we'll start with section C questions. Okay, so make sure to have some water, or if you want to use washroom or something, you can go and have some refreshment and come back. We'll continue our live session again at 3 p.m. and I'm going to mute till that time. Thank you. So hi everyone, I'm back. So let's start. So before going to the question, so I have a doubt mentioned in the chat section by Krish. So he is asking question number 19th and question 20th question answer. So I'll just repeat 19th question. So 19th question, they are asking about in the question they have mentioned is they are asking about the difference of the upper limit of the median class and the lower limit of the model class is 20 is the assertion statement. Okay, so I will just repeat this question again. So in the assertion reason statement they have mentioned that the difference of the upper limit lower limit of median class and model class is 20. So if what is for median class, how to find it? We need to find n by 2, and it is nothing but the total number of frequency. If I add all these things, I'm getting 67. 67 by 2 is the n by 2 value, which is 33.5. So which CF value saying 32.5 is this value. So this is the median class. Same as for model class, how to find it? Which are having the highest frequency is the model class. So highest frequency again the same value, which is 20. So hence this is also the median class as well as the model class. As I mentioned, model class median class is same, but in the question they are not asking model class median class, they are asking difference of upper and lower limit. So this is 145 minus 125, which is 20 is true. So assertion is true. What about reason? The median class and the model class of group data are always different. This is false because this one of the main example here itself, it is both are same. So R is false. If A is true and R is false, the option is true. Sorry, option is C. What about 20th question? The probability that a number selected at random from the numbers 1, 2, 3 and so on 15 is a multiple of 4 is 1 by 3. So multiple of 4s between 1 to 15 are, we'll get 4, 8 and 12. Only 3 values. So 3 by total values is 15. So 3 by 15 is 1 by 5. They're asking 1 by 3. Hence the A is false, whereas R, the different coins tossed, two different coins are tossed simultaneously. The probability of getting at least one head is 3 by 4, because if all the chances are TT, TH, HT, HH, at least one H, so it is 3, but all chances 4. So R is true. A is false and R is true, so the option should be D here. Okay, so 19th is C and 20th is D. Okay, now let's continue with the section C now. So for section C, we have total 6 questions and each carries 3 marks. Okay, there can be options as well in between. We'll solve one by one, and after section C, we'll take a break again of 5 minutes. Okay, let's start with the first one. Prove root 5 is irrational number, or show that 2 plus 3 root 2 by 5 is irrational number. So I can say both are almost similar. So in your case, I'll definitely choose A as the right option. A option I'll solve it because this is little 3 or 4 steps extra, but this is direct question. Okay, so for this type of questions, what you have to check, you have to first assume, in contrary, that we have to assume root 5 is rational. So if it is rational, what it can be right? I can write root 5 as P by Q, where Q not equal to 0 and P comma Q are coprimes. Coprimes means not having any common factor. So just squaring on both sides. Okay, let's move to the one Q to the other side. So this becomes P is equal to root 5 into Q. Just square on both sides. If I do squaring on both sides, what I will get? P square is equal to 5 into Q square. If P square is having a factor of Q, if P square is having a factor of 5, then P also have a factor as 5. So P I can directly write it as, so P I can write it as 5A, where A belongs to natural numbers. Okay, so now 5A is equal to 5a whole square is equal to 25q square. So this I will get 25a square is equal to 5q square. So this 5 and 25 gets cancelled out. So I am getting q square is equal to 5s square. So now I can see if q square is having a factor of 5, then q also have a factor of 5. So which is contradicting our assumption. Why? Because we have assumed that p and q are coprimes, which does not have any common factor. So therefore our assumption is wrong, and root 5 is irrational. Okay, let's move to the second b part. What is b? 3 plus 3 root 2, 2 plus 3 root 2 by 5. So same way assume 2 plus 3 root 2. 2 plus 3 root 2 by 5 is rational. So that is 2 plus 3 root 2 by 5. I can write it as p by q form. Then 2 plus 3 root 2 becomes 5p by q. Now 3 root 2 I can write it as 5p by q minus 2. Now root 2 will become 5p minus 2q by 3q. So we got it as root 2 is equal to 5p minus 2q by 3q. So this first condition, this is also important. Q should not be equal to 0 and p and q are coprimes. Okay, so we know that root 2 is irrational number. What about here? 5p minus 2q by 2q. If p comma q belongs to natural numbers, then 5p minus 2q by 3q is a rational value, whereas root 2 is irrational. Therefore our assumption is wrong, which states 2 plus 3 root 2 by 2 plus 3 root 2 by 5 is irrational. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, so let's continue. I just mentioned the same in the chart that we are doing section C now. So section C solutions, if anyone want, you can check this video. Okay, let's continue with the 27th question. A, B, C are vertices of a right angle triangle ABC. So we have a right angle triangle ABC where it is saying A is the right angle. So A is x comma y. Find the relation between x and y, hence all the possibilities of y where x is equal to 3. Okay, so let's mark this as A and this is B, this is C. So A point is what? A point we know that we need to find. B is minus 3 comma 2, minus 3 comma minus 2, whereas C is 3 comma 2. Okay, so for right angle triangle, what is the criteria? The squares, sum of squares of two sides is equal to the square of hypotenuse. So in this condition I can write AC square plus AB square is equal to BC square. So root of, so I'll directly, okay, let's write it out because step mark is important. So AC will become x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square plus again root of AB. AB is this one, so it becomes x plus 2, x plus 3 whole square plus y plus 2 whole square is equal to distance of BC. BC is 3 plus or minus 3, minus or minus or plus 3, 3 plus 3 whole square plus 2 plus 2 whole square, this whole square. So square root and this root squares cancelled out. So what is remaining now? X minus 3 whole square is becomes is a minus b whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Same way for y minus 2 whole square I will get y square minus 4y plus 4. So next x plus 3 whole square will get x square plus 6x plus 9. What about y? Y minus y plus 2, it become y square plus 4y plus 4. So this is equal to what? 3 plus 3 whole square is 6 square, so 36 plus 2 plus is 4 square, which is 16. So if you notice here, 6x minus 4y plus 4y gets cancelled out. You will get 2x square plus 2y square, and here we have 9 plus 4 plus 9 plus 4, which is 13 plus 13 is 26, is equal to 36 plus 16 is 52. So I will get 2x square plus 2y square is equal to 26, or if I divide by 2 I will get this final equation as x square plus y square is equal to 13 is the relation. X square plus y square equal to 13 is relation. They are asking not only relation, they are also asking hence find all the possible values of y for which x is equal to 3. So substitute x is equal to 3 and get the values. X is equal to 3, if I substitute I will get 3 square plus y square is equal to 13. So y square I will get it as 13 minus 9, which is 4. So y I am getting plus 2 and y is equal to minus 2. So now let's draw geometry and figure out whether both the values are possible for this triangle or not. Okay, so the conditions I will write exactly. B is minus 3 comma minus 2, so B value is somewhere here. Okay, and then C is 3 comma 2, so 3 comma 2 will be somewhere here. Okay, what about A values? We got A value, I got it as x is 3. Y values as per this point I am getting, one is 3 comma 2 and the other is 3 comma minus 2. Okay, 3 comma minus 2 will be here, whereas 3 comma 2 will be again here. So both the points cannot coincide. 3 comma 2 cannot be the situation because 3 comma 2 is already, they have already provided, which is C. So I can write it here, the bottom. The only possibility of y value is minus 2. Hence A point should be 3 comma minus 2, because only at this situation we'll get a right angle triangle like this. Okay, 3 comma 2, A and C cannot be the same point. Okay, so till here, if you write till here, I am sure that you should get at least 2 marks, and if you mention this one, you'll get the another 1 mark. So total is 3 marks question. Let's move to the 28th question. So here we have either A or B how to solve. It's a trigonometry direct equations type of question. Tan A minus cot A by sin A cos A is equal to tan square minus cot square A. This is okay. What about second one? Values I have mentioned. Find the values of A and B. Okay. I can't say both are tricky, because both are straightforward questions. Okay, so either A or B if you solve, I am sure that you should be able to solve these questions. So tan A minus cot A, for this question what is only trick is we have to just convert everything into sin and cos, then only easily solve this question. Okay, so tan A I can write it as sin A by cos A, whereas cot A I can write it as cos A by sin A. In the denominator it is sin A cos A. So if I take LCM here, I will get sin square A minus cos square A, and the denominator I am multiplying both, so I will get sin square A cos square A. So this, if I open that LCM, I will get sin square A by sin square A cos square A, whereas cos square A by sin square A cos square A. So sin square and sin square cancelled, same way cos square is cancelled, so I will get 1 by cos square A minus 1 by sin square A. What is 1 by cos? 1 by cos is secant square A. So I am getting secant square A minus cosecant square A. But then the right hand side, what is the value? Tan square A minus cot square A. So for this we have to use the second and third identity, which is 1 plus tan square A is secant square A and 1 plus cot square A is cosecant square A. So I will use secant square A as 1 plus tan square A and cosecant square A as 1 plus cot square A. So now this becomes 1 plus tan square A minus 1 minus cot square A. So 1 gets cancelled out. You will get the final answer as tan square A minus cot square A, which is nothing but RHS. So here you can mention using second and third trigonometric identity. Okay, let's move to the B part. So B is straightforward question when compared to the A part, I can say, because A plus 2B, sin of A plus 2B is root 3 by 2, so I can say A plus 2B is nothing but 60 degrees. What about cos of A plus 4B? Cos A plus 4B, A plus 4B, cos value is 0, then indicating that this value is 90 degrees. So simply just use the elimination method, minus minus minus, A gets cancelled out, you will get minus 2B is equal to 60 minus 90 is minus 30. So the B value got, that straight direct answer, B value is 50. So substitute in the first equation, we will get A plus 2 into 15 A plus 2 into 15 is equal to 60 degrees. So A is equal to 60 minus 30, hence the A value is 30 degrees. So find the A and B. So A and A comma B are 30 comma 50. So this is straightforward compared to B answer. Okay. So let's see 29th question. In the given figure, AB and CD are two parallel tangents to a circle with center O, another tangent PQ with point of contact M intersecting AB at P and CD at Q. Okay, so if you notice here we have a circle, AB and CD are parallel tangents. They clearly mentioned parallel tangents. Center is O and another tangent PQ is present, which is touching. Okay, so for this what we have to do is first write, okay, so if you notice here I will just mark X and Y. So I will mark X and Y on AP and CQ respectively as in figure. So why I am saying, I will tell you. At the same time, join OM. So what I am doing, I am joining OM and I have marked this way. Now consider OXPM. Consider OXPM quadrilateral if I consider OXPM, what I can get, PX is equal to PM, PX is equal to PM, tangents from point P same way OX is equal to OM. OX is equal to OM, these are nothing but radius, and this angle is 90 and this angle is also 95 because I clearly mentioned this is also tangent, PQ is also tangent. Okay, so two opposite angles are 90 degrees, and if this is 90, this is 90. Okay, this line and this line are also perpendicular, so this is 90 and this is also 90. All angles are 90 degrees. If all angles are 90 degrees and adjacent sides are equal, therefore OXPM is a square. Similarly, if I write for second one, OYQM is also square. OYQM is also square. So for square, diagonal always subtends. Okay. So hi Koyala Muna, option is square. OXPM is square, sir. Yes, correct. OXPM is also square. Okay, just a minute, I'm just changing my phone position. So I am talking about 30/7/1 set. Is correct. OXPM is a square. Okay. So as it is also square, the diagonal of a square subtends 45 degrees. Diagonal of a square subtends What about 30 plus 7 stress 2? I'm sorry, Koala, I don't have the question paper with me. So if you want the solutions of this question paper, kindly mention or kindly have some patience and keep all the questions in the community tab, because that I have enabled for all the subscribers. So if you keep the question, I'll definitely solve that paper and keep another video. Okay. If you could please share the question paper in my YouTube community section as images, I'll surely prepare a video. So just repeating again, if you could please share the question paper as photos in the YouTube community section as images, I will surely prepare a video of it. Okay, because the only paper I got it from net is only 30/7/1 set. Okay, if you can, because if you notice in the YouTube community section there is a community or post section that I have enabled for all the subscribers, so any subscriber can paste their question or you can also ask any question. Okay, so just I think 3 to 4 pages or 5 images I think it will take. If you can if you are okay to keep the photos right in the community section, just please mention, hi sir, these are the images for 30/7/2 set. So whichever is not included in this set, because I'm sure that at least few questions will be same. If which are not same, I'll prepare another video of it. Okay, so thank you so much. Let's continue our question. So diagonal of square substance 45 degrees with center. Therefore, if you notice now the actual angle which they asked, which is they're asking PAQ angle. So I'm saying POM is equal to 45 degrees and angle MOQ is also 45 degrees. Angle MOQ is also 45 degrees. Hence the total angle, which is POQ, is equal to 45 plus 45, which is 90 degrees. Okay, so hope it is clear. So this question I can't say direct question, this is little conceptual question. So for few questions I have mentioned as conceptual, those are little tricky, it's not direct straightforward questions from NCERT. Okay, so there are few questions which are little tricky questions as well. Okay, good. Let's move to the next 30th question. This is 29th question. Okay, let's move to 30th. Okay, so if you remember, the same diagram is repeated most of the questions, and even if you have seen my previous videos, that is of from compartment exam, there is the same question related to LUT2. They have same word as well here, same LUT2. So it's like below is the cone and the top is a hemisphere. These are questions I told you will be coming, and the same question has already came again in the same in our improvement exam. Okay, just as what I'm saying, practice more previous year questions or sample papers as well. So at least 80% will be coming for sure as a repetition, because the concepts are same. It will not change. The only the numbers can vary, but the concepts will remain same. But if you just practice all the sample papers and previous year question papers at least from past 5 years, I'm sure at least everyone should get at least 70 marks out of 80, because it is almost similar. 70 marks weightages will be coming for sure from previous year questions. Numbers can change, and few cases numbers also will be similar. Okay, so this way, while practicing for not only this exam, if you are going for your 11th class and you want to prepare for your NEET or JEE, whatever it is, make sure to revise all the previous year questions from past 5 years at least, and then practice those questions so that you will be similar for your exam pattern. Okay, fine. Let's continue with the question. Kajal bought a playing doll Lattu as her birthday gift, which surprisingly had no color on it. Okay, she wants to color it with crayons. The top of the shape of cone surmounted by hemisphere. The entire top length is 5 centimeters. Is height. The diameter of the top is 3.5. Okay, the diameter is mentioned 3.5. The diameter is 3.5. Then this is nothing but radius. So R will be equal to 3.5 by 2 centimeters. Okay, find the area which she has to color. So we want the total surface area of this entire Lattu. Okay, so for this, before that, this value, the height of cone is how much? Height of cone is 5 minus 3.5 by 2, which is 10 minus 3.5. 6.5 by 2 is height of cone. So I will write it in words. Height or height of hemisphere, height of hemisphere is radius or d by 2, which is 3.5 by 2 centimeters, whereas height of cone is 5 minus 3.5 by 2, so which is 10 minus 3.5 by 2, which is 6.5 by 2. So we have height of cone, we have height of hemisphere. We want the total surface area. So for total surface area, we need to get the length of cone as well. I mean the slant height or slant length of cone, because pi RL is the area formula of cone. For slant height of cone, we have to use the triangle. So this is slant height. Height we know how much? 6.5 by 2, whereas radius of the cone is 3.5 by 2. You have to get L value. So L value is equal to root of 6.5 by 2 whole square plus 3.5 by 2 whole square. Okay, so I'm taking the 2 outside. I will get root of 6.5 square plus 3.5 square. So let's get the values and square of it. If I do square of it, 5 5 is 25, 2 5 6 is 30, 32, and then 6 5 is 30, 6 6 is 36, 39. So I'm getting the value as 3925. So it is 1 by 2 root of 39.25 plus 3.5 square I already know, which is 12.25. Okay, so now this value will become 1 by 2 root of 39.25 and 12.25. So we get 5, 9 plus 2 is 11, 3 root of 51.50. Okay, so for this we cannot get the actual value directly, so that's why what I will do is I will do a closest value. Okay, so if you notice here, 77 square is 49. So let's check for 7.1 square. In that way we'll go, and whichever is closer we'll stop there. Okay, so 7.1, if I take 1 1 7 7 7 7 1 7 7 7 is 49, so I'll get 1 7 plus 7 is 14 1, and then 50. So getting 50.41. No, we want 51 something. Okay, so let's check for 72 now. 2 2 is 4, 7 2 is 14, 7 2 is 14, 1, 7 7 is 49, 50. So it is 5184. Here it is 5041, here it is 5184. So this is closer. So I will take it as, let's check for 7.15. 5 5 is 25, 5 5 6 7, 7 5 is 35, and then we have 517. The last we have 7 5 is 35, 3, 7 7 8 9 10 1, 7 7 is 49, 50. So it is 5, 7 plus 5 is 12, 1, 6 7, 7 plus 5 is again 12, 1, 7 plus 3 10, 11, 51.12. So it is more than 7.15. So I'll take it, I am taking the approximate value as 1 by 2 into 7.16 value as a square root value. So this way I'll get it as 2 3s are 6, and then 10, so 2 5s are 10, and then 16. So 3.58 I am taking as an approximate value. Okay, yeah. 3.58 I got it. So I got L value. So now just substitute in the formulas and get the values. Okay, so pi RL value, pi they have mentioned anything? Pi okay, they have clearly mentioned 22/7. So I'll just first I'll write the formula pi RL plus 2 pi r square. So this formula is important. This will carry 1 mark. That is CSA of cone plus CSA of hemisphere. So pi is 22/7. So 22/7 into r I will take it as common. R is 3.5 into L value I got it as how much? 3.6 I got closer value. So I'll write it as 3.58 only plus 2 into r, 2 into 3.5. So 7 ones 7 0.5s. So 22 into 0.5 is about half, which is 11. 11 into 3.58 plus 2 into 3.5 is 7. So this value I'll get it as 11 into, so 3.58 plus 7 will become 10.58. So if I multiply into 11 I'll get 10,058, 1058. So this becomes 8, 13, and then 6, 11638. 116.38 centimeter square is the final area. R value is 3.5 by 2. Okay, small correction. I took R value is 3.5. Okay, let me change it again. I'm sorry, guys. So this way the calculation is very important. If you do a minor mistake also, some will go wrong. Okay, let me do it again. So pi r is common. So 22/7 into r value is 3.5 by 2. L into R is 3.5 by 2. Now into L value. L value how much we got? L value is 3.58. 3.58 plus 2 into R value is 3.5 by 2. Okay, 2 gets cancelled out. So 2 ones, 2 11s. 7 into 3.5, 11.5. So 11 into 0.5 will become 5.5. 5.5 into 3.5 plus 3.18. 3.58. Okay, this will get removed because this is not required. .58 plus 3.5, so it becomes 8. 5 plus 5 is 10. 4.08. So just multiply 4.08 into 55. 5 is 44. 4 is 20, and then it will be same. It is 2040. So we'll get the value as 22.44 centimeters square. mistake. Somewhere I'm thinking so. Okay, fine. 3.5 plus 3.58, I did the calculation is wrong. 3.5 plus 5, 8. 5 plus 5 is 10, 1. 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay, so it is 5.5 into 7.08. Okay, so this way in your exam, if you have some lengthy question, make sure to give a some gap and come back again, because if you are drained here, then the other questions you cannot solve it. Okay, 7.08, 55, 5 is 40, 4, 7, 5 is 35, 35. Okay, and this also will be 35, 40, so you'll get 38.94. So the last answer is 38.94 centimeter square is the final answer. Okay, now let's move to the next question. I'm sorry for the time taken for this, because this part is little tricky, but it's a pure calculation. Addition and multiplication, you have to do it proper to get this answer. Okay, now let's move to the next one. A number is chosen at random from the numbers between 60 and 100. Find the probability that it is a composite number. Okay, so for composite number, we need to just find out all the numbers from 60 to 100 and make sure it is divisible by at least one of the number. Okay, so let's write all the numbers of the composite numbers between 60 and 100. So it starts from 60. 61 is divisible by any number. 61, I think it's a prime number. 60, okay, 61 is not divisible by anything, so it is not a composite number. So I'll do one thing, I'll just first write all the numbers and it will be easy for me to evaluate which is prime or which is not. Okay, so I'll write 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and then 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. So I can say this is also a lengthy question. Okay, let's write again 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. The last row 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. So what I will do is I will eliminate all the composite numbers so that I will get the prime numbers first, and then using the prime numbers I will find out the probability for the composite numbers. Okay, so I am eliminating all the composite numbers. Okay, so first I will eliminate all zeros, and then 2's also I will eliminate. So first all the 2 even numbers I am eliminating. Okay, then multiple of 3's, 63, 66 is done, 69, 75, 81, 87, 93, 99. So 3 multiples are done, 5 multiples, 65, 85, 95, 5 multiples are done. Next 7 multiples, 7 is 14, 7 3 is okay, 7 table, 77, 6 9s, 7 9 is 63, 70, 77, 84, 91, 98. 7 is done. Next prime number is 11. 11 multiples are 11 is already done. 13 multiples, let's check. 13 5 65, and then 78, and then 78 plus 3 13, 78 plus 13 is 91. Okay, next 14 15 all are composite, 16 is composite, 17 17 ones, 17 5's, 75 is 75, and then if I add 17 I will get 92, and it is already crossed. Okay, 17 prime number is done. Next 19 prime number, let's check. 19 6 5s are 85, 19 4s, 19 3s are 51, 19 4s 4 9 36 3, 4 1s 4 5 6 7, 19 4s are 76 is already done. And then 19 if I add, I'll get 95, that is already done. So 19 prime factor is done. Next prime number is 23. Let's check for multiples of 23. 23 3's 2's are 46, and then again 23 if I do, I'll get 69, it is also done. And again 23 I'll get 80 91 92. 23 is done. 24 25 26 27 28 29 is prime number. Let's check prime multiples of 29. 29 next is 58 we'll get, and if I add 58 again 29 I'll get 17, so 5 plus 8 is 7. Okay, 29. I think till here most of the 10 are done. So the prime numbers I got it as 61, 67, 71, 73, 79, 83, 89, and then only number remaining prime number is 97. So the prime numbers are 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I'll check again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So I'm getting 8 prime numbers. So losing case is 8. So the winning will be, winning chances are, total is from 60 to 100. 60 to 100 means we will get 41 numbers. So 41 minus 8, so it is 33 are the winning chances. So the first answer is 33 by 41. What about second? Second they are asking divisible by 6. So just we need to write all the multiples of 6, which are 60, 66, 72, 78, 84 and 90. We also have 90, 96. Yes, Santil, for question number 2 grace mark should be there because the option is not correct. And if you know the CBSE rule, then whoever have attempted that question, those only will get grace marks. Okay, I am sure that you already have attempted this any other option. Mostly it should, if you write closer to CRD, it's okay, but anyway the option is not present. But if you attempted this question, only then the CBSE will give you the grace mark. If you don't attempt, if you leave it empty, then the CBSE board will not give any mark. Okay, so because this is clearly mentioned by CBSE board that you have to attempt or try it, then only they will give you the grace marks as per standard question paper. So I hope the same is implemented for the improvement exam as well. Okay, so for the 12th second question we'll see what are the winning chances. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 are the winning chances. So the option is 7 by 41 is the right answer for 2. Okay, so fine, I will take a break of 5 minutes now. Section C questions are completed. Let's take a break for 5 minutes. We'll recharge and get back to you at restart at, okay, the current time is 3:52, so we'll start again at 3:57 p.m. with section D questions. Okay, so make sure to stay in the channel, and I'll go on mute for 5 minutes. So hi everyone, I'm back. So let's continue with our section D questions. Hope my audio is clear now. Okay, so the first question of section D is graphical question. Okay, draw the graphs of the following equations. Determine the vertices of a triangle formed by the lines representing these equations and the x-axis. Share the triangle region so formed and find its area. Okay, so let me get a graph sheet for this. Okay, so before going to the graph sheet, first we will need to find the points of this graph and then we need to plot on the graph sheet. So let's find the points for these two equations. The equations are 2x minus y is equal to 1, 2x minus y is equal to 1, and the second equation is 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. So for this I will simply mark a box like this to mark as 2 points. So I'll use the easy scenario where I will take x as 0, y as 0 and get the other 2 points. Okay, if x is 0, then we'll get 0 minus y is equal to 1, so y value is minus 1. So if x is 0, y minus 1, same as y is 0, 2x minus 0 is equal to 1, I will get the x value as 1 by 2. So the second point is 1 by 2 comma 0. So I have the 2 points from first equation, which are 0 comma minus 1 and 1 by 2 comma 0. Same way I will plot for second equation. The lines are x, y. If I keep x as 0, I will get y as 12 by 3, which is x as 0, 12 by 2, which is 6, and y as 0 if I keep, then I will get x as 12 by 3, which is 4. I will write it here. 3x plus 0 is equal to 12. I will get the x value as 4. Same way, if I keep 3 into 0 plus 2y is equal to 12, I will get the y value as 6. So the points of second equation are 0 comma 6 and 4 comma 0. Okay, so let me just plot it in the graph sheet now. This will just expand to the largest. Okay, so for the graph sheet it will look something like this. So I'll just expand to the left side as well. Okay, so for graph sheet what we have to write? We have to write the scale. Scale means the x-axis is how and the y-axis is how. So for this, scale x-axis. Okay, before writing the scale, I'll take this line as the y-axis. I'll just plot it. Make sure to use scale and pencil. Okay, here I'm using online tools. It will be easy for me to write a straight line, but from your end you should make sure to use scale and pencil and draw the graph properly. Okay, and I'm using this as a horizontal line, which is x-axis. Okay, this is x and this is y. This will be minus y and this will be minus, so this is minus x and bottom is minus y. Okay, how I got the points? Points are 0 minus 1, 1 by 2 comma 0. Okay, so I'll use here it is x is how much? X is 4 and y. Okay, till 4 I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, I can use half of the scale. For x-axis I'm using 1 unit is equal to half value. For y I will use 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter. For y 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter. So y values are 1 1 1 on both sides, so I'll use, okay, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4 5 6, whereas here x-axis will be 1 2. Okay, half I'm using, so this is 1 by 2, this is 1, this is 3 by 2, this is 2, and then 5 by 2, just a minute, if I write 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Okay, so 1 and this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Same as left side, I will get this is minus 1, this is minus 2, this is minus 3, this is minus 4. For y I am taking as 1, so we'll get minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, and minus 6. So let me plot for first one. You get x is 0, y minus 1. X is 0, y is minus 1 will be this point. The second point is x 1 by 2 and y is 0. X 1 by 2 will be here and y is 0. So this way I'll draw the first line. Make sure to use scale and pencil. Okay, so we should get the first line something like this. So the first line is 2x minus y is equal to 1. 2x minus y is equal to 1. What about the second line? x0 y6. x0 y6 will be first this point. The second point is x4 y0. x4 is here. Okay, so let's draw a line touching this one. So if you mark it properly, you'll get something like this. Okay, so if you notice, I got the intersecting point somewhere here, which is x is 2 and y is 3. 2 comma 3 should be the intersecting point. Okay, if you draw it properly also, you should get the same way. X should be 2 and y should be 3. So I'll also just cross check the value. If x is 2, y is 3, 2 3 is 6, 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 minus 3 is 1. Yes, correct. The point is fine. So this is okay. They're asking determine the vertices of the triangle formed. Okay, vertices of the triangle, I'll write it here. Vertices of triangle are, what are the vertices? We have 2 comma 3, 4 comma 0, and the left side it is 1 by 2 comma 0. So these are the vertices of the triangle. So next question, what they are asking, shade the triangular region so found and find its area. So we have to shade it. So I'll use another color here because I have multiple colors. So let's shade this point. So this is the triangle they are asking about. So in your case, you should shade it with pencil and something like this with lines. Okay, this is a triangle. They're asking area. What is area of triangle formula? Area of triangle is half into base into height. So half into, what is base value? Base is the length of here from 1.2 to 4. So from half to 4, the length will be 4 minus 1 by 2 is 7 by 2. 1 by 2, breadth is 7 by 2. What about height? Height is the distance from this 2 to this one, which is 3. So the height is 3. So you'll get the area of triangle as 21 by 4 centimeter square. Okay, hope you understood. Let's move to the next question. Okay, for 33 we have two parts. Either you have to solve sum of squares of two natural numbers. This one. Okay, this is straightforward question only. What about B? We'll see now. B is rectangle area by 3 sides. Okay, this is also similar but little lengthier, I can say. So I will, if I am your purpose, I'll definitely choose A part and solve this question. Okay, let's solve A part now. The sum of squares of two natural numbers is 29. So first I'll write, let the two numbers are x and y. Okay, sum of squares of two natural numbers, so it is x square plus y square is equal to 29. Okay, and what is second condition? If the second number is 1 more than twice of the first number. Second number is 1 more than the twice of first number. So y is equal to 1 plus 2x. Substitute y is equal to 1 plus 2x here. I'll get x square plus y will become 1 plus 2x whole square is equal to 29. So this I will get x square plus 1 plus 4x square plus 4x is equal to 29. So this becomes 5x square plus 4x minus 28 is equal to 0. So let's find the factors of 28 into 5. 28 into 5 becomes 5 of 44, 5 2 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need to get the factors of 140. So let's write it. 2 into 70. 3 will not happen. 4, yes, 4 2s, 4 3s are 12, 4 5s are 20. 4 5 table, 5 2s are 10, 5 h are 40. I need to get 4 here. Okay, let's check. 5 is 10, 6 table will not happen. 7, yes, 7 into 20. 720 also I'll get it as 6. Sorry, 13. But I want 4. 7 is 10, 8 is 10. Okay, simple. 10 into 14. I'll get it as 4. So 5x square plus 14x minus 10x minus 28 is equal to 0. If I take x as common, I will get 5x plus 14. And the trick is, if you remember my previous videos, the same number I will write it first. So first I will write 5x plus 14. Then I will see which is remaining and write it. So we have minus 10x, this is 5x, so I will take the common as minus 2. So I'm getting the numbers as x is equal to x minus 2 and 5x plus 14. So the numbers are x is equal to 2 comma minus 14 by 5. Minus 14 by 5 cannot be a natural number because I clearly mentioned it is a natural number. Okay, so that's why the options, the values are x is equal to 2 and the second value I will write it. So y will be equal to 1 plus 2x. So it will be 1 plus 2 into 2, which is 5. Therefore, the natural numbers are 2, 5. Okay, let's move to the next question. A farmer prepared a rectangular vegetable plot garden of area. You have a rectangular area. Area is L into B, or let it as x into y. Okay, I'll write it. Let length is x and breadth is y. Let length is x and breadth is y. Okay, so now what they have mentioned, area, length into x into y is how much? 180. So with 39 meters of barbed which can help the 3 sides of the garden, leaving one of the largest side. So they are saying that it is B, L, B, and this, if you leave, this entire remaining portion is how much? 39. So they are saying that if x is taken as length, then x plus 2y is equal to how much? 39. So I can write x as 39 minus 2. So substitute here in this equation, you have to get the y value. So 39 minus 2y into y is equal to 180. So 39y minus 2y square, 39y minus 2y square is equal to 180. 2y square is equal to 180. So if I just write everything to the one side, I'll get 2y square minus 39y plus 180 is equal to 0. So I should get the factors of 2 into 180, which is 360 now. The sum should be equal to 39. So let's write one by one. 2 into 180, 3 into 120, 4 into 90, 5 into 5, 7 is 35, that's 72, 6 into 60, 7 will not happen, 8, yes, 8 table it will happen, 8 4 is 32, 8 5 is 40, 9, 10 will be 10 into 36, next 11, 12 into 30, 13, 14, let's see, 14, 2 is 28, 80, 14 table 8. 14 2 is 28, 14 3 is 14, let's check. Okay, 14 will not happen. 15, 15 2 is 30, 15 6 90. 15 2 is 30, 15 6 9. Did I miss anything? 15 2 is 30, 15 4 60. Yeah, this will case 15 into 34 will get me 39. So it will be 2y square minus 15y minus 24y plus 180. So if I take y as common, I'll get 2y minus 15. And if I take, okay, the trick is 2y minus 15 I need to write first, and then remaining is minus 12. So I'll get the y value as 12 comma 15 by 2. So if it can be two values now, breadth can be 12 or breadth can be 15 by 2. So I'll write both the cases. Did they mention it should be natural number? No, they haven't mentioned anything such. So we have to write both the cases. If breadth is 12 meters, length is equal to, what is the relation we got here? X is equal to 39 minus 2y. So it will be 39 minus 2 into 12. So 39 minus 14, I'll get it as 39 minus 24. I'll get it as 15. Minus 24 is 15. Okay, same way, if second case breadth is 7.5 meters, then length is equal to 35 minus 2 into 7.5, 2 into 7.5 is 15, so 39 minus 15, I'll get the value as 24 meters. So it can be both the cases. It can have length as 15 and breadth can be 12, or the second scenario, if length is 24 and the breadth is 7.5, we'll get the same answers. Okay, let's move to the next one. State and prove basic propensity theorem. So this is the most important question which is repeated again and again in most of the CBSE board exams. If it is coming from standard, it will not come for compartment. If it is coming from compartment, now they have got for improvement also. It's a direct theorem. So what is the theorem states? If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle it divides other two sides in the same ratio. So for this you should also write the triangle. So if I say if I take the triangle, okay, let me draw a bigger triangle because we need to prove that as well. A B C, if DE is drawn parallel to BC, then so here if DE is parallel to BC, then the ratio is AD by BD is equal to AE by EC. This is theorem. So to prove it, what we'll do is we'll draw a line which is perpendicular to the other lines. So I'm marking this as F and marking this as C. Same way, join BE and C. So this is perpendicular, this is perpendicular. So the proof, draw lines DG perpendicular to AC and EF perpendicular to AD. Okay, now area of triangle, ADE, I can write it as half into AD into EF. This also I written other side, half into DG into A. Okay, same way, area of triangle BDE, what this will become, half into height is FFE, which is EF, into base is BD. Same way, next area of triangle DEC. DEC will be equal to half into DE into the height will of this side also will be EF. Okay, as triangles DEC and the other triangle is BD are between two parallel lines and having same base, areas are equal. If areas are equal, then I can simply say ratios of triangle ADE by triangle DEC is equal to area of triangle ADE by BD. ADE by area of triangle BDE. So this I will write half into AD into EF, half into AD into EF by half into the first triangle. If I write, it will be EF into BD, EF into BD is equal to half into DG into AE, DG into AE by half into DE into EF. Something is wrong. DGAE, DGAE is correct. DEEF, DEC, DEEF. EC into DG. Okay, this is wrong. EC into DG. Okay, now this also write it here. EC into DG. So DG gets cancelled out. Same way EF gets cancelled out. Half of gets cancelled out. So finally I'll get AD by BD is equal to AE by EC. Okay. We have two more questions. I'll try to solve, but I feel there is some lag in my network. If I feel lag, and I will stop this video here, and the remaining section E and these two questions I'll try to complete on Monday 11 a.m. session. Okay, I'll see. Let's see if it is not getting stuck. I'll continue, or else I will stop it here. Okay. So just a minute. Let me just change the network and see if anything is different. No, but see still some lag is there. So I'll do one thing. I'll stop it here. So till 34th A question we have completed. So the rest all questions I'll complete tomorrow, Monday morning. Okay. So I'll just keep the note here. From 34B question with section E, we will solve Monday 11 a.m. So thank you for watching. Could feel some lag, maybe due to some network issue or something, but we'll connect again on Monday 11 a.m. with section 34th question B, and then 35 question, and then the section E case study questions. Okay, thanks for watching. So please do subscribe and enable notifications so that you'll get the live notification for the 11 a.m. session on Monday, where we'll include the section E questions along with the 2 left questions of section D. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'm concluding this live session now.